listening to Nasty Knuckles, the Hockey Outlaws podcast, with your hosts, Derek Nasty Settlemyre and former Philadelphia Flyer enforcer, Riley Cote, as they go behind the scenes with your favorite NHL players. Time to face off.
All right, welcome back. What's happening, Nasty?
What's up, Rick? Right here, a little cage action
slow it
here.
down, tame it down over there.
I guess I can do what I want if I'm on this side of it.
Yeah.
Not much, buddy. How you doing?
Doing all right? Just
Yeah.
recovering from 2 games this morning.
Yeah, we're at UPenn for it's Snyder
Hockey.
Youth, hockey. 3-on-3 tournament here at UPenn. It's awesome. It's so much fun. Somebody had a Hattie. Game 2, not sure who that was, but
Who was it?
It might have been me.
Floating around the offensive zone there.
Empty net. You know, it's small net. I'm surprised I hit it.
I know, right?
No, but it's been a lot of fun.
Brought the skill game out.
Yeah, I figured I'd bring it out since I never have ever
We
before.
don't have to move the pins.
No.
You stand still and
today.
Oh yeah, you are.
No, I'm not moving.
You're looking pretty
I'm kidding,
pretty
man.
skilled out here.
I'm kidding. It's been fun though. It's a great event. So
Yeah,
we are
first
2-0.
We are 2-0. Yeah,
the rest
we're
of the day we'll see what happens.
figuring out the seeding for playoffs here now. So
I'm hoping we're number 1 seed being 2-0, but there's enough teams, so we'll see.
we'll see. But nice event.
Yes.
Nice little 3-on-3 action. 3 games going at a time. Some Flyers alumni here floating around. One of our former teammates, Tony Voce, back in the day with the Phantoms, 04-05 team. Got on our team and bringing the mitts and the skill.
Oh, yeah. He's bringing the skill. And Anthony Merrigan, our good buddy, Big Reg.
Yeah,
who
Big
has
Reg.
a lot to do with Snyder Hockey, Snyder Foundation. Awesome having those guys with us.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been a great day. Nice to see some familiar faces, and I'm liking the cross ice 3-on-3. I'm not gonna lie, you don't have to dig in as hard.
No,
you
you don't. I did like how you 2-hand shoved the guy right into the net, and the poor guy got up bleeding.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
There's footage of that.
There better be.
I think
this guy dropped the shoulder trying to net drive. What are you gonna do? Like let him take it to the mini net?
No, you can't.
You
can't let him take it to the mini net.
Oh, so he paid the price, and
That's right.
he cut his nose open, and that's what happens when you go to the net. It's a hard-nosed play. No pun intended.
No, I was going to say, no pun. Oh, man. Well, you're right. We'll see how the rest of the day plays out. But let's talk about the Flyers a little bit here. What's going on in Flyerland?
Well, they're 3 games deep in their preseason action. 1 and 2, and it looks like training camp has been a little bit of a grind.
First day,
no biskies, all skating, and then scrimmage with some skating, and everyone knew it was going to be a grind. But all in all, I think it's what most people expected. A lot of grunt work, a lot of skating. I think at least one of those 3 games, was pretty rough. But it's preseason. It's hard to really even give an honest evaluation.
You got a new coach. You got new guys here. I mean, can't really judge on it, but you do want to see them playing hard, which I think they are. And it's tough when you got a different lineup too every night, playing with different guys. Sure. I mean, not to make excuses, but 1 and 2 right now in the preseason. I'm not.
No, 100%. It's not even worth talking about because it's really just kind of subjective to just training camp. I mean, every team goes through it. You don't put a whole lot of stock, and I think at the end of the day, it's just about the effort, and what I mean, just individual efforts. Obviously, team efforts is a lot of work to be done as far as systems go and all that good stuff. But I think from what I'm hearing, they're appreciating the energy, and the work is there. Obviously, fine tuning a few things. Couple injuries.
Yeah.
Kind of. Shitty.
Yeah, Sean Couturier. Now it was week to week, which kind of scared me because I think if I'm not mistaken, Ryan Ellis was week to week last year for a while, but I think they just came out and said 3 to 4 weeks, which at least is promising.
Yeah,
meaning it's not as bad as they originally thought. And Patrick Brown,
downtown
Brown.
Yep, another centerman down.
Yeah, disc injury there, I guess, in his back. And then, we're waiting on Joel. We knew Joel would be, not starting the season.
But he's skating, right? No contact, so
that's good. You got to have Beezer. Got to have Beezer.
But I know the Coots thing is sounding better than it originally sounded, but still, man, it's tough. Again, you're starting the season off without your number one centerman. He just does so much for the team. So, wish him the best and hope he can get back sooner. Yeah. It is sounding more promising than it originally sounded. So,
for sure,
wish him the best in that fast recovery. And I think that that element of him being on the sidelines is probably not going to facilitate the choosing of a captain. I know Torts has already voiced, no urgency to select a captain.
Yeah,
and I get that. Yeah, 100%. But I think Coots, if you're going to be honest, obviously one of three names. If you want to throw it in the bucket,
100%.
So with him on the sidelines, it's hard to give a fair assessment on who's going to be the captain. But I don't think, again, to Torts' point, what's the rush?
Yeah.
Let's get this thing going, get the ship in the right direction, and then figure that piece out.
I'm sure he will. Like you said, it take a little time, get to know these guys, and he'll make a decision when it's time. But I don't think there's any urgency to do that right now. No,
I agree. I think just getting the season going, getting the systems established, getting the guys skating, getting on the forecheck, establishing that, and then I think the leadership group is already kind of intact, but the true leaders will rise above, and I think it will present itself pretty obviously as the season moves along. But right now I think their sole focus is getting into game shape, getting these guys moving, understanding the attitude that they need to play with,
right,
and start the season off with that right
good
culture, that right feel.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully Carter's ready. Carter Hart's ready.
Is he day to day?
I think he's day to day. Someone fell on him the other day in practice, lower body injury.
Yeah.
But he is skating and practicing, so hopefully he's going to be ready to go. Maybe he'll even plays in a couple preseason games. I don't really know, but got to have him healthy.
Yes.
You don't want to rush him.
No, you don't want to
rush
with an
ankle,
that.
Or if it is an ankle, I'm guessing there, but.
Yeah. So, what do you think about breakthrough players this year? Who do you think is going to turn some heads?
I think TK is going to have a really good year.
Yeah, I really think so too.
I think Torts is going to like the way he plays, and he's going to give him a little free reign to play. Like be himself, which we've talked about before. I think when TK's able to play his game, he's not a rat, but he gets in there and he pisses you off.
Yeah, well, that's when he's at his best.
It is when
and that's how Torts wants him to play, obviously.
And I think he's going to have a good year. I really do. I can feel it. I hope he does.
Yeah, 100%.
But he's a guy that really sticks out to me because I think Torts is just going to leave him alone and let him play,
Yeah, well, I think as long as he's buzzing and skating, the production will come. I think, again, to what I just said, he's at his best when he's pissing guys off. He's in your face. It's not obviously not about the fight. It's just about getting on the forecheck, being relentless. When the whistle goes, he's standing right there over the blue paint. He's just being that prick, and then the offensive chances will come. But I think if he doesn't bring that element, I think Torts will be all over him.
Right.
Because that is the ingredient that makes TK. Yes, he can skate, he can shoot, he can do all those things. But if he's not greasing it up,
yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's probably not going to play in the hands of the Flyers. Obviously, not in Torts' system. So, but I do agree. I think he has all the pieces to be, a great player. I think he just sometimes gets lost a little bit and forgets that he needs to dig in and play that way all the time, not just when it's convenient. But I like that pick. I'm hopeful for a guy like Wade Allison,
right,
to get in, stay healthy.
Yes,
to make his mark, because he's got all the ingredients too.
Man, he does.
He's just got that jam, that attitude that just fits. But you just got to get in some games, get healthy, get skating, and then even a guy like Owen Tippett. We haven't seen a ton of him, but he's a first-round pick. This guy, he can skate, he can shoot the puck. I think if the Flyers are going to be any bit competitive this year, I mean, outside of just changing their work ethic and that attitude, they need to get contributions from some of these types of players. They need to step up. They need to contribute. Not just play minimal roles and just find scoring as a collective, because I think they're going to struggle scoring goals. So every guy's chipping in.
Everybody chips in. Yeah, that's what they got to do.
Got to. Who else you got?
Anybody
else on D? Anybody stepping up on D?
I mean, I'm looking. I know Torch had a quote today about the pairing of Provy and Tony D'Angelo, but I still think they just started skating together.
Yeah,
like there's gonna
game.
Exactly. So I really hope those two, if they play together, but Tony's gonna bring a lot to the team, and I think they would be a good fit. I think that'll really help Provy.
Yeah.
As far as like he got him and Niski had such a they just flowed together, and it was pretty right. It was almost right away, really, when they got together. But I'm hoping Tony D and him do that. But I think he's gonna be a big contributor. On the D side.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I'm hopeful that pair sticks together and produces. Yeah. I think it could be either the greatest experiment of all time, or it could go really sour. Just based on you mentioned Niski. Niski is I say jack of all trades, master of none, but he was very reliable. And he covered for Provy when Provy was up in the play. I think there's a lot of similarities between D'Angelo and Provy. So as long as they're on the same page, when one's up in the play, the other one's back, and they're not, both up and getting caught. As long, obviously, communication is a huge piece of it. But to suggest that it's not going to work out after one preseason game is kind of a little bit crazy. But getting some reps in, I'd like to see them thrive. For sure.
I would too.
Because if they're going, they can.
They're both good hockey players.
100%. And they could really carry some weight back there, move pucks up, and be involved in the play. So, I think a guy like Risto too. He's got more. I think he's gonna step his game up. I mean, offensively, I think he's kind of found his game. As far as the physical presence he needs to be. I think he still bring a little bit more, but I think there's a little more offense there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. But camp is on. Preseason is going. Not too far away from opening night. What are we? 2 weeks away.
Is it right now? Might be right now. There's not at the buzzer. Yeah, you're right, Riggs. A few more, and then here we go, man. Starting the season, and it's exciting time. Love this. I'm even watching all the preseason games. I'm such a nerd, but I just love it.
You don't got anything better to do?
I got a lot of stuff to do. Probably should not be watching those games, but it's exciting, man, and I can't wait for the opener just to see what we have.
Absolutely, me too. All right, Nast. Episode 88.
88? Oh my God!
Who would have thought?
Awesome. Who would have thought?
Let's do it. Go.
Here at UPenn with a teammate of ours today and from back in the day, Riggs, Mr. Tony Voce. Thank you for joining us.
Not a problem. Glad I could be here.
Brought the sweet Mets I saw today.
Oh my goodness! He did, like you always said though, no D. You're not getting back.
Just give me the puck. Offense only.
And
offense only.
He's had quite a few goals today.
Yeah, the slow back check turns into offensive opportunities. Seen that before a few times.
Know your role.
Know your role. Yeah.
Riley's throwing guys into the net. The guy comes up bleeding last game.
It happens.
It does.
Hey, drop the shoulder, try and get to the net. I'm going to get in the way.
He did ask me if it went in.
Yeah, I know he did. Yeah, so
did it? Yeah, see if it went in.
Nope.
No, it didn't. But Tony,
his nose did. Yeah, his nose did. Yeah, his nose definitely went in.
No, but seriously, this is actually an awesome event. We're here, and I appreciate you joining us, Tony, because you scored a lot of goals today, even though you're bailing. Didn't want to say anything about it, but you're leaving on us. But anyway, Tony, you were part of the team, a big part of the team, back in 2005 in the lockout year. It was your rookie year. Right out of college, and scored 29, 30 goals for the team. Big part of the team. And as a rookie with a team with a lot of veterans and guys that have already played in NHL, we talk about it a lot. It's one of my favorite times, my
100%.
favorite years in hockey. But you got a big honor next weekend coming up. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, bud?
So I going into the BC Hall of Fame.
Congrats.
That's awesome.
A honor that I never expected, which is kind of cool to get the call. Actually, when they called, I was like, I think you got Ben Eves. You need Ben Eves. Right. Tony Voce, you sure you got the right number? Yeah, I do. Jerry York said, you deserve it. I said, all right, thanks. It's I think my dad is probably the happiest out of everybody. You know,
I'm sure.
It's a huge honor, man.
Went through a lot of stuff, and so it's really cool. Excited.
Yeah, congrats,
That's
man.
awesome,
That's
man.
big. That's big, man. I mean, you had a hell of a pro career and you score with the best of them.
Yeah.
Get the mitts.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome. But actually, going back to 2005, man, what a year that was. We do bring it up once in a while, but the players on that team and you know, it was just so much
chemistry on that team.
100%.
Hey, it was.
And at that, you know, when you're at that level, it's tough to, as we all know, to get guys to buy in and be consistent and do the things that it takes to win every day. Like I think we had, at that time it was a record. I think it was like 16 straight wins, 17 straight wins, something like that, which is at that,
incredible.
again, like when you're traveling and you're doing that stuff, like that's
3 and
impressive.
3s.
Yeah, 3 and 3s on the road every, you know, you're Friday night at home, Saturday night in Wilkes, Sunday night back in, you know, or Hershey, wherever you're at. So to go, you know, and have that team, it was unreal. Unreal.
Awesome.
That was arguably the best league in the world at that time,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Because the
that
NHL
time.
obviously
no
didn't
NHL,
play.
No
and
NHL, that lockout year.
Some
I mean,
strong
for me
teams.
coming in, that was like I had no business making that team at the time, right? Because it's you got NHL guys, all the rookies, all the guys, like all the draft picks. So it was kind of like, you know, Homer's like, wake the fuck up, like,
yeah, right.
You want to make this team, like wake up here. And so it was. I think you came in kind of late, right?
I
You
did,
came
yeah,
in
3 or 4
right,
games
couple
in.
games
Yeah, I met you
and
guys
then-
in Hartford.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
they saved one of your sticks over there on the rack. that you came in.
You always sure went.
Yours was straighter
way
than that,
straighter,
though.
yeah. Probably way heavier too.
Tony,
I think that went across Simmer's head, wasn't it?
Yeah, right.
Tony, I've said before when Riles met us in Hartford before game
that's
one,
what- yeah.
and
That's what it was before game one. Yep.
he, I'm unpacking his bag, and he still had. Oh, you guys had the one-piece sticks that we were forced to use from CCM, and Riles comes in, and he's got blades, and I looked at it, and I said, "Oh." I'm like, I'm not sure if this guy's right-handed or left-handed. This fucking thing was straight.
Big thick paddle too,
Yeah,
eh?
big thing. You definitely regular.
It's like the old Richie paddle.
So what are you here to do? I'm here to fight.
Yeah, right. Definitely not to handle the puck.
I know what I came for.
Oh man, but
know what you're doing.
what a year though. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, I love talking about that year because you mentioned it earlier. It was probably one of the most memorable years of my life. Just like, obviously my first full year in the American League, but just the team chemistry and again, the amount of individuals that had played in the NHL but then hadn't, then eventually moved on and had successful careers was pretty pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, I think there's only a couple of us that didn't play. I think it was like out of that team. It was like me, actually an NHL game. It was like me, Skolny, and maybe like one other guy that never played an
Princey?
NHL game. It could have been him.
didn't
No, I
he?
think
No,
he
he
played.
played.
Oh yeah, he did. That's right. Yeah, I forgot.
Maybe Joey Hope.
Hoper.
He was on
He might
that
have been
team.
the other one.
Yeah, he's
there
probably
was
the
only
other one.
but that's
Yeah, that's a good
that's-
point, right? Yeah.
That's how good that team was.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it's amazing
it
to
was
think
just
about.
a group of guys that, it was just unbelievable team.
It was
Unbelievable players.
So much
fun.
Yeah,
Road
fun. Well,
trips,
that's it, right?
Fun.
Yeah, we learned how to work as a team, but then we also obviously had a crew of guys that knew how to have fun. I mean, Sunday nights at McDonald's.
Sunday nights, Mickey D's.
Mickey
I
D's.
still see Danny
Danny
Moore.
Moore.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God.
I saw him 2 weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Went to Keenan's.
Keenan's, all right, yeah, he's still grinding
Still
it, eh?
there, still doing it.
Beautiful.
He's a little calmer now, though. He's
Yeah,
a little calmer
right,
now,
yeah,
I think,
yeah.
than back then,
100%.
right? Like,
Got to tame down after a while.
What's he, 70 now?
Yeah, right.
You'd kill me for
Not
that.
older than you, Nast.
Hey, let him
Better
know where
watch
he's
your mouth. Cage fight here, boys. Nature Boy Ric Flair coming at you.
Oh man.
But anyway, Tony, we do appreciate you coming today and jumping on here real quick. And, man, congratulations, dude. That's a huge honor.
100%.
And you deserve it, man. It's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tony.
It's good. Thanks for having me on.
All right, a big thank you to Tony Voce for
TiVo.
popping in.
Yeah, old TiVo jumping in to talk with us for a few minutes. Appreciate it. He's a busy man coaching some teams over at Hollydale Ice Arena. And,
He abandoned us for
yeah,
game 3.
He did, but we came through.
We did come through. We're now first seed. 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Oh.
3 in a row. What a
Welcome.
dish you gave me there.
Yeah, you like
Appreciate that.
Hey, Baller, did you get that? Did you get that?
Baller get
Oh,
that
yeah,
one?
Baller guy.
good.
We're gonna
Thank
roll that.
God.
Gonna roll
Not
that.
many times I finish. He actually just hit my stick. It went in. I didn't really have to do
Yeah,
much.
it was nice positioning on your end, on the back end.
I snuck in there. You know, little guy.
Just a little guy, quick little pins.
You get behind him.
Yeah. Well, big win. Now we're a little bit of a break here between.
Maybe too long of a break.
Yeah, man. The old Pins are season up already, but
I feel great.
I mean,
31 years old. You feel good.
You built like that. I mean, how could he not feel great?
How could he not feel great? But yeah, Tony, what a guy, man. Hell of a player. Like, people don't really understand that year of the lockout. Like, it was probably the best. Well, it was definitely the best league, I would say, but for teams, all the teams that had NHL players on them, I mean, that league was unreal
100%.
that year. And I'm not sure, I don't think Tony got a lot of power play time, and he was close to 30 goals as a rookie. And, I mean, that's hard to do when you're not getting on the power play.
100%.
And our team was pretty stacked.
Yeah, no doubt. And I look back and I think of Tony, and obviously he could score, right? He was just like that small guy that was shifty. He could score in and around the net, tight plays. But I always remember him kind of being the whipping boy when shit would break down. There's a turnover, a lack of back checking. It was ripping on Tony, and next thing you know, Tony would have a breakaway.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where his say lack of effort on the back check was almost strategic in a sense, where he could almost anticipate there's going to be a turnover of some sort, and he would find a little hole, and then
that's right.
He would find his little nugget.
As soon as Rambo's yelling at him, you cheat. Oh, there goes Tony. Good goal,
great
kiddo.
goal.
Yeah, great goal.
Great goal. But I mentioned to you this before. I worked with John Paddock for a little bit up in Adirondack there for half a season with the Phantoms, and he'd always tell me, like, coaching some certain players in his career, high-end skill, guys that could score, he would almost turn a blind eye for some of their cheating. Like offensive zone stuff, slow getting back, because he knew that.
Waiting for that.
There was to be a quick up play, and next thing you know, you got a breakaway, and those guys are going to score you those big goals. So I always remember that, because being the one-dimensional guy that I was almost like overly disciplined to get back, because I had no other choice. I mean, I wasn't scoring goals, obviously, but I always thought everyone had to play the same way, and in the coach's eyes that you had to be exactly the same every single guy, but that doesn't turn out to be the case. You got to give some guys a little more wiggle room, obviously. A guy like Ovi or Crosby, or obviously Crosby's a hell of a worker, and so is Ovi, but they have their moments of cheating, and their cheating is strategic, it's calculated, and they can obviously convert those to points. But Tony was that guy.
He was 100%.
He would get the puck, and he would find a way to score on those plays that if you're sitting in the stands, you'd be like, wow, that guy's not really hustling back, but I think there was some strategy involved.
He's the way he's built too. He was so good around the net. He get moved around too much. Like he made those little plays. He's quick hands. He's got great hands, obviously. But he played in Checking for Charity last year with the big boys.
Yeah, with the Farabee
and I was up on the loft watching, and there were some guys that that we know that we're friends with that didn't know him that we played men's league with, and they're like, who's this guy? And I'm like, that's Tony Voce. He's like 40, and he's playing with the kids, and they're like, he's good, man.
Yeah, and he's in better shape now than he was when he played.
That's exactly right.
And he even said it this morning. He's like, I'm in better shape now than when I played, and I think that was his biggest knock, is that he'll
tell you that too.
That he didn't pour enough off the ice, into it, and but he looks good. He's doing a lot of skill work with some players there at Hollydale.
Yep.
Involved in some sort of agency now, I believe, right?
Yep.
So he's well versed in the hockey game. Again, props to him for his induction into the Hall of Fame in BC. That's big.
That's awesome.
And there's no surprise. I mean, he was a hell of American League player. Wish him the best.
Yeah, it's awesome having him.
And Nast, you're on the road tomorrow, are you not?
I am. I'm going to Johnstown. Never been.
Never been?
War Memorial. I'm pretty pumped. I'm hoping the three brothers are there. I might put some white tape on my glasses.
Yeah,
I'll definitely send a pic in from it. But I think they have a Hall of Fame there from the movie.
Oh.
I think. That's what someone was telling me. I've never been, so I'm...
Instagram Live?
Maybe. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's what I'll do.
You should.
I'll do it. Debo told me to before you.
Yeah, well, good, because that's a great idea.
It is a good idea.
Give the players a heads up when they're walking out on the ice. It's at least 2.5 foot, 3 foot drop.
You've played there?
Ice. Oh, yeah, back in the coast, man. Right. Yeah, slugging it out.
I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. I almost rolled my ankle stepping on the ice. It's that much of a drop. Telling you.
I'm not really excited for the bus ride that
far.
Not.
Who would be?
And we're only playing one game. It's more of a college. The Rebels we're talking about, just so we know, Philadelphia Rebels, North American Hockey League. But we're only playing one game. So usually on the weekends we play Friday, Saturday. For some reason, it's just the one game. But I'm actually excited to see that building. My dad used to be in there.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Oh, it's a fun building. When you walk out too, you walk through the concourse. All the fans are standing there heckling you, standing right there, and then the 3-foot drop
with a
off.
monkey wrench.
But it's a classic building, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
So definitely go IG Live. I'll be waiting for it.
Will you be awake? The game's at 7:30.
Yeah, probably not.
Sure you'll be awake. Hey, Debo, what are you laughing at? You might not be either. Bowler, I know he's just getting up. Then Bowler's ready to roll. He's a night owl.
Oh yeah. But definitely go IG Live.
Okay.
We'll repost it if I miss it.
You'll miss it.
Yeah.
You'll be in bed. But excited that we got to get back on the winning train here, the Rebels. We had a tough weekend last week.
Yeah. Well,
we'll get it back.
Bring your A game, dude.
I'll bring it. I have it with me.
All right, Nas. Well, that's episode 88 in the books. Next week, we got our friend JJ, Jim Jackson, popping in the studio.
Yes.
Looking forward to that one. We've been chasing him down all summer.
I know. Yeah. We have been.
Yeah.
But he's good to go. We just saw him here.
He's high maintenance.
He's high maintenance guy. Johnny, your dad's high maintenance, man. Johnny Jackson's up in school playing. But it's good seeing him here. He's calling the final game.
Yeah, we better be. We better be there.
Debo may play for me. I'm not sure what I got going here, but no, I'm kidding. Yeah, let's get to the final so we get JJ saying our name again for you. Me, first time.
Of course.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All
right. See you next week. If you like what Nasty and I are up to, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and we actually do have an old Facebook page as well. Thanks, guys.